homeless. They're homeless in large part due to their disability. And so I got a one page on this, by the way, I haven't necessarily shown it around because that'll come later. But for a disability care trust, and the way to fund that is to have a dedicated fund, because I hate to break this to you, you may like the three of us, the rest of the state doesn't like the legislature generally. And that's been the case for, I don't know, a couple centuries. It's just natural, you know, you elect those people and you might like one or two of us, but generally nobody trusts the legislature. Now that's an exaggeration, but that's the reality. So people want to know where their money's going to go, even if they're not the ones being taxed, because they're afraid of it being extended. So you have to do this 1, 2, 3 approach. The investment is what you talk about. Then you have to insist on a dedicated fund, and then you talk about the source. And there should be some sort of tax on wealth. We have the wealthiest people in the world in Washington State, but you have to fashion it in a way that's actually workable. Because, I don't know, break this to you, but those billionaires have houses elsewhere, and you've got to be careful about how you slice this thing in order to generate enough revenue to pay for things like special ed and other very important, and workforce too, for people to care for people with disabilities. And so there needs to be a lot more work, and I would encourage you to talk first about the investments that we need. We're not doing enough for people who need special education, in part because it's a constitutional right, I think, just like Jamie was explaining. And the public supports education, so if you lead with education for special education, then you get the feelings for education, but then they connect their brain with the people being helped visually. That's going to be a big difference on it. So I would encourage you to think of it 1, 2, 3 investments, dedicated fund, and then the revenue source.